Um, Throughout the time I spent listening to my heroes, Isaac Stern, Pinchas Zuckerman, Joseph Hasid. Unfortunately, as we all know, there are no recordings of Paganini, who I would give up my left arm to hear him play. More so, watch him play at Carnegie Hall. But these heroes of mine kept me from a lot of trouble. Not in terms of going to jail or getting into petty fights or arguments, but my faith in God. They're not gods. Isaac Stern isn't a god. He's just a violinist. Hasid, as some of you may know, passed away when he was 21 years old from schizophrenia, as I'm very familiar with. Albeit, I feel like a normal human being. I don't feel like I'm on medication or I visit a counselor every week is exactly necessary. With that said, my troubled past, as be it my dad, who was a heavy drinker and a gambler, and very physically abusive to my mom my entire life, forced me to look for a different avenue besides the commonality of the majority of people. There are many people that come from broken homes, divorces, abusive fathers, drug addict mothers. I'm no exception. It's not just me. And I accept that. These gods, such as Itzhak Perlman and Misha Elman, kept me from going off the edge, losing my sanity. We moved around from shelter to shelter, running away from my dad. We called the cops many times, and my mom almost went to the hospital from one of the beatings that my dad took upon himself to partake in knocking out my mom, her nose bleeding and whatnot. And then something happened. I started playing the piano when I was about 48 years old. never touched a piano in my life. I started composing. To be exact, improvising music, creating my own melodies. I started rapping. I started singing. And my violin time frame is being closer and closer to the edge of glory. Whereas I'm stable, I no longer have to visit a counselor or be on medication for quote unquote schizophrenia. I don't have to live off welfare, Social Security, which I'm on. And I can live a normal life. I have about almost 20,000 views on YouTube, which is quite a surprise, in about 7 months. My goal is to reach 100,000 in 2 years, which is very possible. I would like to send out my appreciation to those that view my videos and enjoy my violin playing. With that said, I'm approaching a stratosphere that is beyond my wildest dreams. I was practicing this morning. I recorded myself, I listened to my recording. And those, a fraction of a second where I sounded like a world-class violinist. Just for a fraction of a second. I'll show you. That's it. Now, in some previous conversations I've had with my audience, my viewers, I talked about speed. About madness. it's not a point where you feel or you know or you're certain or you think you know you're better than the rest. You're a step ahead, above, beyond the world of violinists. It's it is a mystery to rise higher than the gods, to be solely included by yourself in the world of violin. That's what I am trying to accomplish as a violinist. There are violinists out there that nobody knows. Kevin, Kumar, Johnny Nam, that are equally as dramatic and unbelievable as Heifetz. And in many ways, if not the case, better than Heifetz. Heifetz plays at a furious tempo. Now, if you take it a step further and play at a chaotic tempo, insanity, then you are above the gods and the world of violin. I'll show you. That's nothing. It wasn't perfect. Actually, it was quite horrible. But there comes a time when you experience or experiment something fresh that no one has ever tried. I'm going to play the same piece even faster. Forgive me for the lack of quality or beauty or technique or decency, but I'm gonna play even faster. I want to rise above the gods, above the world of violin.